Hi there. Happy Saturday. Thanks for joining me on After the Wrap. TJ Springer here in the Storm Center for our lovely Saturday morning breakfast chat or After the Wrap. Hopefully, you are having a great morning so far. Let me know where you're watching from. Hi, Alice. Hi, Tammy. How are you? Just me today holding down the fort. If you're watching Good Day Orlando this morning, you may have noticed that Hannah was off. Stephanie was in today, which was great. Had a fun time hanging out with her. Stephanie will also be back in again on Sunday morning. So if you're wondering, it'll be us two again tomorrow. Bear with me. I'm just gonna change a source here real fast. All right, let me see here. Give me 1 second. All right. All right. Also, let me know if you are happy that temperatures have warmed up and we're not dealing with the wintry chill anymore. I mean, it was really cold on Monday and Tuesday if you're out and about. Hi, Magdalia. How's it going? Thanks for hopping on. Also, I do want to hop in on YouTube to see if we're also seeing any questions or comments. I see 11 of you watching on YouTube. Awesome. Well, our question of the day, it is holiday related. So let me pull that up for you. And I feel like this is going to be one of those questions that there will be either a lot of love for it or a lot of, I don't say hate. Hate's a strong word, but have you started listening to Christmas music yet? I know my parents, my dad's already started listening to it. My mom, she's one of those people that she doesn't want to hear it until Thanksgiving Day or after Thanksgiving. But I know that some of our local radio stations have already flipped the switch over to Christmas music full time. I'm here for it. I've been listening to it. I'm about it, and this kind of goes into our holiday vibes because if you've been out to the theme parks already, Disney has already started their holiday parties at Hollywood Studios and Magic Kingdom, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, and Jollywood Nights at Hollywood Studios. We're actually going to be doing both of the Christmas parties at Disney tomorrow and on Monday. So we'll have some photos to post for sure. Hopefully some videos as well. But it feels like the holiday season is already in full swing. Let's see. Medelia, you're saying no, you're not happy, but I love it. Cool. I get that. I totally get that. Tammy, you came back from Maryland. Weather came back with, yeah, it was brutally cold here. I mean, for this time of the year, some of the coldest weather we've had actually in November since record keeping began. Medelia is saying, love this time of year making all the holiday food. Oh my gosh, yes, I'm with you 1,000%. Funny thing is, too, it's not just Disney. Universal will be flipping the switch over to the holidays. I believe it's on the 21st. SeaWorld has already started their Christmas celebration. We were talking about that this morning on Good Day Orlando. So a lot of places already in the holiday state of mind. Good morning, Charizard Guy. Good morning, Caesar. My day's going well. Thanks for asking. It's going really well. Trying to stay awake. I don't know why. I had one of those nights where I didn't sleep super soundly. I woke up like halfway through the night. Really couldn't get back into a deep sleep. So excuse the yawn. But yeah, I'm fighting off the sleepies this morning. That's for sure. Well, let me know if you have any plans today, holiday plans or otherwise. It's going to be a beautiful day. I'll pull up little Skycam tour here across Central Florida. Check out the view. Oh my goodness. Beach, a little vacant right now. I know it's a little cool out there, but beautiful looking view from our Hard Rock Hotel camera. Looks beautiful in downtown Orlando. Really all across the viewing area right now. It's looking spectacular. Great day to be out and about, that's for sure. And we're seeing that. Our Grills Lakeside camera right now looks wonderful over Lake Fairview. All thanks to high pressure building in, and this is going to keep our temperatures on the rise. So if you have any holiday plans, maybe you're getting the house decorated for Christmas. So, granted, I did that yesterday inside. I did not get the decorating done outside. May try to do that today, may try to do that this weekend, if not sometime next week. Ooh, excuse me again. Pardon me. Oh my goodness. I need to chug some more coffee. But, yeah, a lot of houses are already getting the decorations up. So I'm happy that I got the indoor decorations done. Did some house cleaning yesterday. It was one of those days, usually I don't have off on Fridays, but it was just nice, kind of chill. Just got some things done, did some chores. But today's going to be a beautiful day to be out and about. So if you are doing some chores today, doing some things around the house, try to get outside and enjoy the nice weather. It's going to be a beautiful day. Temperature is going to be a little warmer than yesterday, right around average for this time of the year. We're going to tap into more of a southwesterly wind, so that's going to help boost up our temperatures, which will be great. Now, I know I'm throwing in more questions. Let me know, because this was one thing I had a tough time getting used to in Florida. Growing up in the north, growing up in the mid-Atlantic, we always had real trees. Oh, our family always went down to a Christmas tree farm, local Christmas tree farm, and picked out a tree. That was one of my favorite holiday traditions. Cutting down the tree, getting the tree up. Linda, how are you? Good morning to you in Lancaster County. What's up? Thanks for hopping on. Betty, good morning. Thanks for hopping on. Kadeem. Beautiful day to fish. Actually, let me throw up the fishing forecast now that you mention it, and I'll get back to the story. But I can pull up the fishing forecast real fast, Kadeem, because it does look wonderful. Alrighty, let's see here. There we go. All right, fishing and boating forecast looks great. Picture perfect today. Highs right around 80. Looks wonderful. Betty, you're saying you loved the cold. I kind of agree. I told that to Stephanie this morning on the air, that I wanted to pull out one of my holiday jackets. Hadn't really worn it since I moved from Pennsylvania, so I was with you. I'm like, it's nice, but it wasn't here all that long. It warmed back up. Ooh, excuse me. I apologize. Man, I really do need some caffeine, don't I? But back to this story, and I want to know what you think as well, or what you normally do, maybe some of your favorite holiday traditions. But for me, it was going and cutting down the Christmas tree. So even though we've gotten the indoors decorated, have not gotten the tree yet, because a lot of the local farms and nurseries have not gotten their stands together just yet. But we had a local stand that we went to last year in Orange City. Beautiful trees. But that's the one thing that I've missed, is going down and cutting the trees down, because here in Florida, the trees that we often get from farms in the north, they can't survive down here. So let me know, because I believe that, from what I understand, the sand pines, I know that there are some local tree farms that you can cut down the Florida sand pines, and they're still really pretty, but they can't really handle some of those big ornaments, the heavy ornaments. So, I was always a household that got a Fraser fir or a Douglas fir. So let me know if you're a family or someone that's always gotten a real tree, or you have an artificial tree. And there is nothing against artificial trees. They're just as beautiful. It's great that you can store them, but I just love the smell. I've always loved getting a real Christmas tree. So, hi William, thank you. I'm glad that you love the bow tie. Yeah, it's one of my favorites as well. It's actually like more of a brown color. It matches the pocket square I had with my outfit this morning. All right, welcome back, Fox Local friends. Again, if you're just joining us, you're watching After the Wrap. It's just me today. Hannah is off this weekend, but I think we'll be back together next weekend, which will be wonderful. If you couldn't catch Good Day Orlando this morning, it was myself and Stephanie Rivas. So we had a fun time hanging out together, and she'll be back on the show again tomorrow, which will be great. So, all right, see if I'm missing any comments here. Let me see. Don't think I'm missing anything. All right, well, let's dig back into the forecast here. And we'll pop up our question of the day again as well. But let's hit the forecast here real quick because it is going to be a gorgeous one. All right, let's see here. Temperatures right now warmed up into the low to mid 70s, which compared to this time yesterday, let's see how we're stacking up against our Friday. I would think we're warmer. Just a touch warmer. Baby steps, but we're warmer nonetheless. 5 degrees warmer almost in DeLand and Sanford. Palm Coast, 6 degrees warmer. So overall, it's certainly a warmer start to the day than where we were this time yesterday, and that trend going to continue. Again, 70s right now, 72 in Orlando, 60 still in Ocala, but the warming trend, that is our big story this weekend. Now, if you're a UCF Knights fan, sadly they're not home. They are actually taking on the Red Raiders in Lubbock. They are going to be playing right here on Fox 35 at 3:30 this afternoon. Going to be warm out there in Lubbock. Warm and bright, 86 degrees at halftime. End of the game, mid-80s. They're actually not favored to win this game. It's looking like right now they're around 24-point underdogs. If I'm not mistaken, that's what we had on the show this morning. So it'd be a big upset if the Knights can take down Texas Tech in Lubbock. But that game again right here on Fox 35. If you're hitting up the parks today, beautiful, 66 after starting off in the 40s and 50s this morning, gunning for right around 80. Plenty of sunshine. Do not forget the ball cap, the shades today. It's going to be a bright day. But you may, I always say this, just like packing the poncho, you may want to throw a windbreaker in the bag just in case, because temperatures, with the help of the clear sky, they'll be dropping off pretty quickly. Mid-60s for Fantasmic and the Wonderful World of Animation, really all the fireworks spectaculars. Tammy, you're saying you would do the same. Best memories every year. My parents only got a fresh one. Yeah, most of our family, extended family, also got real ones, cut down real ones as well. Yeah, I agree. Always one of those fun holiday memories. I have to tell a story while I'm thinking about that. As a kid, right, you make holiday ornaments maybe in school, or you make them at an event. And I remember we would have boxes with our names on them, and we had tons of ornaments, and we had multiple trees. My mom always had a pretty Victorian tree in the living room, had beautiful blues and whites, but the family room tree, which was the big one, that was the real tree. That one had just a bunch of different ornaments from our childhood, things that we made. But I remember going to put one of the ornaments that I made back in, I think it might have been preschool maybe, on the tree. And I remember I had it like front and center, and my mom was like, no, we're not going to put that there. And she moved it. I think it was like gold, had macaroni on it. Granted, I made it when I was a kid, so it definitely wasn't the prettiest ornament. In my head, it was pretty, but it was funny. She's like, let's move this to the back of or maybe to the side of the tree. So I always joke around about that this time of the year. Now, when we decorate our tree, when Eric and I decorate our tree, I kind of have some of those same tendencies. I've been guilty of moving ornaments that he's put on the tree. Saying, let's move this around. Let's put this here. Also, too, I'm guilty of buying some of these ornaments. They're really expensive. I could have a whole Disney tree I mean, I think you all know me now that my love of Disney and the parks. Um, I could have a full-on Disney tree, and some of those ornaments are really heavy, so you have to find the branches that will support those ornaments so they don't break. Oh my gosh, Barcotics! I love that you still have the old kindergarten ornaments. That's so fun. I love that. And William, you're saying you love the cookies. Oh my gosh, I love cookies. Yes, have not made them. You know, we always made homemade cookies when we were kids at home. I have not made them since I've lived on my own, but maybe I'll try to do that this year. Planning on going to Magic Kingdom tomorrow for the Christmas party, so I'm going to try to get as many cookies as I can tomorrow. If you don't know, um, during the holiday parties, they give you, well, at least at Magic Kingdom for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, they give you a bunch of, it's unlimited cookies all evening long, so, and they're unlimited. So we'll be getting a bunch of cookies for sure. All right, let's take a look at our forecast for the rest of the day across the Fox 35 viewing area. Highs today, upper 70s, low 80s. Beautiful day, plenty of sunshine, a little cooler near the coastline. Now tonight, I was talking about this, the clear sky and the light wind, temperatures going to tumble. Low 50s to the northwest, closer to the upper 50s throughout the metro. With the light wind and the clear sky, could have a bit of fog development as well early tomorrow morning. So you might want to throw on the low beams just in case. If you're getting out early on, you encounter some of that fog. Be careful. Take it a little easy out there. Now, temperature-wise, we're still expecting a boost in our temperatures from even where we are today. Notice the cool air. We're saying goodbye to that. All right, Fox Local Friends, quick update. We'll be taking a little break here for a couple minutes at 10:50. We're just about there, about 30 seconds away from that quick break. But if you don't want to miss out on the conversation, you want to weigh in on our question of the day, which I can pop up real fast. We'll get back to the forecast. Let me throw up our question of the day real quick. If you want to weigh in on that, we'd love to hear what you're thinking. If you're already in the Christmas state of mind, I know I'm there. Have you started listening to Christmas music? I am there. I am ready for the holidays. But we'll see you in a couple minutes. If you don't pop on, don't pop on our YouTube or Facebook page. All right, let me go right back to the weather. Yeah, this big ridge of high pressure really going to dominate. Temperatures well above normal across the heart of the country. In that ridge going to slowly but surely build eastbound. We're saying goodbye to the chill. Temperatures continuing to warm up. Check out Texas. Dallas around Houston, 10 degrees plus above normal. That goes up into the heartland, Wichita, Kansas, Sioux City, Iowa. The Twin Cities warming up as well. And this ridge continues to build in as we progress through early next week. And despite this weak cold front, now notice there is a cold front that does try to drop in. It is cooler across the mid-Atlantic, even some of the southeast, but that cold front really not going to do much to the Sunshine State. Might bring us a little less humidity, but not a big cool down. So it won't really be all that noticeable. But look at this. Heading through the rest of the week into early next week, it's looking like we're going to have temperatures back above normal and a good chance of it as well. So it looks like temperature is going to be staying kind of parked in the 80s as we head through a good bit of next week, heading into next weekend. So we'll be watching that. But if you're not a fan of the chill, you're loving the warmth, you'll love what's coming down the pike. So let's see, make sure I'm not missing anything. Tammy, you're saying we would get the ones that couldn't fit through the door and the scroll came out. Oh my gosh, that sounds like Christmas Vacation. That's one of my favorite movies, Christmas. I love Christmas Vacation. And I always think of the squirrel coming out of the tree at the end of the movie. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, Betty, you're saying homemade sand tarts. Oh, I've never had a homemade sand tart before. You'll have to let me know what a homemade sand tart is. That's crazy. I don't think I've even seen one before, but I'd try one. Alrighty, welcome back, Fox Local friends. All right, 8 minutes left of after the wrap. If you want to join in, let me know. Let me throw up the question of the day again, coming back from break. Now, with us talking about Christmas music, and this being our question of the day, if you have started listening to Christmas music already, what's your favorite, what is your favorite Christmas song? Mine, I have to say, was always Band-Aids, Do They Know It's Christmas? That was one of my favorite songs when I was a kid, and I've loved it ever since then. But I would probably have to say that, or maybe Christmas Wrapping, or oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank on. Oh, Where Are You Christmas? Where Are You Christmas by Faith Hill. That was in the live action. I don't know if that's when Faith Hill wrote that song, but that was, I remember hearing it when the live action How the Grinch Stole Christmas came out. Elizabeth, how are you? You're saying good morning, watching from Titusville. Well, I love that you're watching from Titusville. I love your story about the tree. I can relate. I always thought my homemade ornaments were so much better than my big set. That's awesome, Elizabeth. I love that. Kevin, good morning to you in Lakeland. What's up? Thanks for hopping on. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I have not watched any Christmas movies just yet. Speaking of Christmas Vacation, certainly one of the movies that I could probably watch like multiple times a year, maybe three or four times a holiday season. But I feel like my dad watches Christmas Vacation the same. He already watched it once. He gave me a ring and told me he watched Christmas Vacation. It was on TV the other day. Maybe that'll be the question of the day tomorrow. Favorite? Oh, Elizabeth. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, but I would probably pick favorite Christmas movie has got to be Christmas Vacation. Love, love, love Christmas Vacation. And if I had to pick a second one, probably I love Four Christmases. If you've ever watched that one with Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon. Four Christmases is hilarious. Alrighty. Well, I'm not seeing... Oh, favorite Christmas carol. Elizabeth, that is great. The Little Town of Bethlehem. That's a really nice one as well. I have to say my favorite Christmas carol... That's a tough one. I think of all the times, all the choir performances, all the choir concerts. Probably would have to pick maybe O Come All Ye Faithful, if you would consider that a Christmas carol. I love O Come All Ye Faithful. All right, let me see, making sure I'm not missing any more comments. Okay, let me see here. Don't think so. Okay, good news. Hi, Joy. How are you? Special Olympics bowling swim team gold medalist. Wow, Joy, that's amazing. Congratulations. That's spectacular. Congrats to you. That's amazing. Was your meet recently, Joy? Did you have the bowling and swim team, I wonder? You'll have to let me know. That's so cool. Well, let me know what you're doing the rest of the day. Weigh in if you have any fun plans the rest of the day. Because I think because of the warmth, we talked about maybe going to a water park. Maybe. Talked about that or the beach. So we'll have to see. But that's kind of the tentative plan right now. So thanks for all the comments, too. Thanks for weighing in this morning, everybody. I appreciate it. Again, if you don't realize, we do our After the Wraps. We do After the Wrap, 10:30 every weekend morning. Myself and Hannah, or myself and if we haven't been filling in. But After the Wrap, 10:30, Fox Local Facebook, YouTube, each and every weekend morning. We thank you for all the comments, too. If it wasn't for you joining in, we wouldn't have much of a conversation. We always appreciate you hopping on and always all the nice comments. Betty, you're saying Christmas Vacation. Okay, yes. Christmas Vacation, all the Santa Claus movies, Christmas Chronicles, Christmas with the Cranks, and Deck the Halls. Oh my gosh. I don't think I watched Deck the Halls last year. Deck the Halls, that's really fun. That's Danny DeVito, Kristen Chenoweth, Matthew Broderick, I believe. And then Christmas with the Cranks, Tim Allen and Jamie Lee Curtis. That's always a fun one. All the Santa Claus movies are great. I don't think I've seen the Christmas Chronicles. Betty, what is the Christmas Chronicles? I don't think I've seen that one. I'll have to maybe give that one a watch as well. Tammy, love that yard work with my puppy lady. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, well, I think I'm going to call it, everybody, but thanks for hopping on. Thanks for the comments, and we'll see you bright and early for Good Day Orlando, 7 to 10 tomorrow, and then after the wrap at 10:30. Be sure to join Laurel tonight, this evening, for the latest on the weather, and her and Manny will be live, barring any sports this evening that may preempt a little bit of Fox 35 News at 5, but be sure to join Fox 35 News at 10 for the latest. There might be a show online as well, but we appreciate you hopping on, and we will see you tomorrow morning. Have a great rest of the day.